We're going to be getting our first match here at Tower of Heaven. One of the more neutral stages that you have in Rivals, but how do you feel like this matchup goes?
So, Orcane Zetter has always been really interesting. It's actually the first matchup that was in the game, because they're the first two characters that were put in Engine. And I honestly think it has been even from the beginning. And I know like when the game first came out, everyone thought Zetterburn was overpowered, then they thought he was the worst character. So like people kind of influenced their matchups based on that. But even when like people thought Zetterburn was low tier or Orcane was high or whatever, I always thought like this matchup felt really even. Orcane can edgeguard pretty well, but like everyone can edgeguard Zetterburn well. So that's not like that's not gonna destroy the matchup. You know, Zetterburn has to be prepared for being edgeguarded.
So it comes down to essentially the Zetterburn being able to really do well when it comes to mixing up his recoveries, because you have so many different ways to edgeguard this character, whether it's the bubbles, whether it's the hydro pump. Ooh, and there's going to be the pump right there, actually, since I'm off the side. There's so many different options that are available. Oh my god, just pixels short from nearly taking this man out.
There he goes. Yeah, it takes him. Yeah, it took Renzo a bit to close the stock. He had about a couple times where it seemed like he was going to close it off, and Ascaryguy was able to stay alive.
How important is like good DI as a good Zetterburn in this particular matchup? And I mean, also the idea of like being able to just keep it together at the edge. Like, look at this right here. Oh god.
Oh wow, that was close. Yeah, so DI is like super important. The thing that you have to realize as Zetterburn is you really have to DI out on like the first hit. Just because if you wait too long to start DIing out, then you put yourself in a really bad situation to, you know, get edge guarded or killed off the side. So you have to be confident to go out and then be smart about how you get back on stage. Nice, catches him with the down strong.
That was smart, man. I mean, at least with the down strong, sure it comes from behind you and then eventually goes to the front, but if you know that you got the time or you're guessing that they're going to spot dodge, it's perfect time for you to actually drop that, because it'll go through the timing of it and actually catch with that next hit, just with the perfect timing. I think it looks like Renzo has just really governed control of this entire match, whether it's the pacing or just the control of the stage. And honestly, it seems like he's playing with his food a little bit.
Yeah, he's showing how to recover his Orcane too, using the fair to basically make it very hard to punish his recovery. Nice.
And that's going to be it. Great finish from Renzo. Great control.
And honestly, I find that's the best way to edgeguard Zetterburn anyway, as Orcane, is to stay on stage, because you get a lot of options with your strong attacks, and they're all super safe. So like a lot of times what happens if you stay on stage against Zetterburn, he can kind of fade and, you know, ledge cancel his up B and trick you out. But like, since Orcane can cover so much space, I always find it's better to stay on, unless you just want to be flashy. You know? And then you could go use your belly to like spike them. But if you want to like win and you're playing like super serious, I find it better to stay on stage if you're going to try to edgeguard a Zetterburn.
All right, straight from Dan's mouth. Make sure you belly flop every single time. We're going to get into our next match here at Rockwall. We're going to get a bit of a swap though. We're going to get Etalus from Ascaryguy.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't like the Zetterburn. He was getting edge guarded a lot, which I don't know if switching to Etalus is going to help you much in that regard. I think Orcane actually edge guards Etalus even better, because there's nothing you can do against belly flop as Etalus. It's just like you have to recover up, you don't have a hitbox, so you're just going to get... Yeah, you can air dodge to fake it, but like it's not going to put Orcane in too bad of a situation to miss, right? He can miss a belly flop and still recover either up the wall or use his puddle, so... Oh
my god. I mean, he's getting a couple of, you know, little sucker punches here and there, but yeah, exactly what you're talking about, Dan. Look at this, just edge guarding. Oh no, not like this. Anything but this.
He's trying to Yoki in melee, try to let edge get the down B.
Okay, so I guess from this situation, oh god, there it is. Forward strong. Make sure he uses the armor through the side. He knows an excellent choice. He tries to put out the F strong there, guessing if he was going to be able to get back on stage, he would have a hitbox waiting for him. I can at least say he's staying on the same stock with him, so this is a good start, except the fact that he's kind of getting pummeled a little bit hard right now.
Yeah, that was good. The other thing we saw him do there a couple times to make, or to rack up his damage, was he kept teching in, which you kind of want to do as a lot of characters because you're scared of being knocked off to the side, but that's an easy way to get damage.
That nearly was the sickest kill, because he would have taken him from up air into puddle off the top.
Yeah,
oh God.
That was a good setup. That was clever. You could tell he was looking for it too.
Clearly, there's a spark that's going on right now in Renzo's eyes. He's just thinking to himself of all the dumb things that he could potentially do. But I don't know, dude. It's at that point where I think the best way to look at it is how do you deal with Orcanes that are just particularly zone heavy or playing really footsie oriented or constantly thinking about playing evasive.
Yeah, I think the trick is to a lot of what you can do with Etalus is just mix up how you're approaching. Use your ice, use your dash attack, and like make it look like you're going in sometimes. And you can actually jump over Orcane's down tilt like pretty reliably out of dash attack, and that's something where like I've lost to Etalus's before where they abuse his movement really well against Orcane. Yeah. Because Orcane's he's gonna stuff your approach if it's lazy, right? He's just gonna down tilt basically anything you do unless you mix it up.
So that's gonna be the game. But great stuff.